Welcome to the Past Journey, Present Progression Podcast. It's your boy Cleezy B. Man, I got a special episode today, man. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be informative, you know what I mean? I got my partner here, long-time constituent, you know. He got his business, Rich Millionaire Music Management, you know. And he got some things going, man, and man, it's going down up here in the 206, you know what I mean? So without further ado, I'm gonna let him introduce himself and let him get in y'all ear.
Man, I appreciate it, man, having you on your platform.
For sure, bro.
You know, man, it's an honor, man, especially, you know, from the knowing you from the beginning, you know,
yes, sir, yes,
and to see, you know, just seeing your progression on your journey, man, and seeing you elevate to this right here, man. Really, you feel me? I really appreciate
you, bro. I appreciate you.
Well, definitely, you know, my name is Jarrell, you know, better known as G-Real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, CEO of Rich Millionaire Management Group. I have a couple more artists behind me. You know, I got Melinda's son right here, and I got Cameron Chanel. And so I'm let's tap in.
Yeah, before anything else, I'm Melinda's son. You know what I'm saying? Coming to you live and direct, Rich Millionaire Lifestyle.
Yeah, and I go by Cameron Chanel, Cammy Tuco, tapped in like a you know it.
Tapped in.
Man, we real rich over here, Rich Millionaire Management, Bag Records, you already know the vibes.
Man. These guys right here, man, they putting it down. 206, man, they got great music, you know what I mean? I mean, all different kinds, all different styles, you know?
Flavors.
And when they come, they coming, so just be ready, you know what I mean? And that's how we gonna judge this episode. So sit back, bump your seatbelt, get ready, man. Yeah, man, my boy G-Real, man.
What's up?
Again, I'm honored to have you here.
I appreciate it.
You and your journey, bro, you came a long way too, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
most definitely, man. It's been a journey.
And the good thing about it is, bro, we ain't even getting started yet.
Oh, not at all. Just scratching the surface, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
That's the hard part about it. It's dope, you know what I'm saying?
You know, the liberating part, you feel me?
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's the progress.
Yeah.
It's actually, you know, the road it takes to the goal, man, what makes the journey worth it.
Yeah, that's true, man.
So,
That's
you know.
hard. So, if you know, for the people, man, we're gonna start off. You know, tell the people about your company. You know, tell them about your management company. You know, what you guys do over there for your artists. You know,
What we do for ourselves, you know, one thing, man, we pride ourselves at Rich Millionaire Management Group, man, is, you know, just being disposable for our artists, man. You know, being able to be like water, whatever they need us to do. You know, we building a real life conglomerate, man, a real life empire over here. You know, we cooking up, but we trying to build everything right. You know, we believe, you know, the Northwest, we got, man, you know, town, we got a wealth of talent here.
hidden talent, bro, a lot.
A wealth of talent, man, just a plethora of it, you know. But man, you know, I think what we also got and what we're working on is building that business side to match that talent.
Yes, sir.
You know, to understand the business of music and not just, you know, the making of music, man, because, you know, that's where the management group come in. You know, we're on the business side of the music. You know, why we allowing our artists, man, to, you know, take care of the artist side, you know, the artistic stuff.
Yeah, just be free with being creative.
Man, be creative, man. You know, they go in there and they gonna handle their business. It's on our, you know, as a management, man, we handling our business. So we cooking up something good for this Northwest, man. We trying to bust the door down around here.
Yeah, it's something important you said too, like in the business side. I think, to me, I think that's the reason why a lot of the talent we have here hasn't really, you know, reached their climax, because I feel like they didn't have their business side together, you know what I'm saying? To like really market and promote all the things that come with the business, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
But other than that, bro, we got talent up here, and like you said, it's gonna take management companies like you know, and others that's out there to break that door down and, you know, get everybody exposed up here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, we got some great talent, man, that's doing their things. Man, you know, we got a lot of movements around this town, man. You know, we got a lot of rappers, too many to name, man. But like, I mean, just one recent, not trying to leave anybody out. Besides the artists, man, look what Royce did, man. He dropped that thing, man. The whole city got behind him, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it's about. We have the talent here, man. It's just about coordinating that effort. You feel me? That effort, making sure everybody's, you know, each one teach one with the business, and being solid, man. Everybody being a fist, man, and knocking us down for the region.
Yeah.
So that's what that's what we building here at Rich Reunion.
Oh, that's hard, man. That's good too. And it's like, oh yeah, what gave you the motivation to do? Because I know, like you said, I know we know each other from the past.
Yeah, most definitely.
What gave you the motivation to want to go into the music industry?
Man, that's
like I would have never thought that of you back then. You feel what I'm saying?
no, for sure. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that was myself either.
Tell the people what was your motivation though.
Man, the motivation, really, man, I was blessed, man. I have some of my artists, man. I know them personally.
Yo.
So I've been around these guys. So I'm hearing all this wealth of talent, like Cameron Chanel, for instance. I've been hearing Lil Sis come crazy for years.
Okay.
And she from around the way. We, from around the neighborhood where we grew up at. So my seeing her, and then I got Melinda's son. I got again another guy I've been knowing, been in the music for years. Then then All Pro Go. That's my other guy. Like that's me All Pro Go, man. That's my guy every day. We put it together every day. So like me and him was having a conversation, man. And it was a while back. And we had a conversation. He said he's talking about how he's in the studio. And I'm like, he's like, man, yeah, man. And right when he's about to say it, like I'm thinking it. Right when I'm thinking it, he says, man, I'm gonna start taking this serious.
Y'all close like that. So.
Yeah, for sure. And so when he said that, I'm like, well, if you're gonna take it serious, you take the music serious, man. I'm gonna take the business side serious, man. Let's put it together. And so that's how it just spawned. It started like that, and man, me and him just got to working, and then man, we get Sis, Melinda's son, you feel me? Hunter's Casho, Doc Holla, Snap Gotti. It just all start coming together. It just start forming like the dream team.
Yeah,
here we are.
Looking at that picture, man. You got a nice little roster, bro.
Yeah, most definitely. We got flavors, man. We up and down with it.
Yeah, your sleeves is bulky because you got a lot up them doings. Right?
Oh yeah,
a lot up your sleeves. Man.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, man. We really put it. Like I said, we cooking up something organic, man. A real life experience from the town from all facets. Just understanding the real authentic, the Seattle music, man. Not to take away from anybody else, man, because there's been some great music coming around out here.
Yeah.
We just coming here to add value. We coming here to put our stamp on it to show, man, this rich friggin' here. You feel me? Bag records. We all aligned. Then we come in here, man, to kick the door down and show them, why we up here and what we doing, and really try to get that Seattle, that sound. Like, cause when you hear, you hear New York music, you like, that's from New York.
Yep.
Oh, that's Atlanta music. We trying to do that. When you hear this, man, we're trying to capture the Seattle experience, man, through the music. The Seattle experience, man, from every spectrum.
I think you're gonna reach that goal too, because I heard some of your artists, bro, and you're like, multifaceted, bro. You got different styles, variety, flavors.
We got flavors. Yeah, most definitely.
I dig that, man.
Off top.
It was so the music industry we talking about. Why did you choose the management part per se? Because there's a lot of good things you can do in the music industry, but why did you choose the management part?
I think, man, the management part just to have a more broad understanding of the music business. I think from a managerial standpoint, man, you're able to capture so many sides. It's like, hey, I'm working for the artist versus I'm working for this specific entity. Me just being the company. So that right there, and that plus it blended with my natural skills. You feel me? Being able to connect with people, being able to offer different ways to view things, and take that leading position, So I just put what I naturally was good at, man, and try to align my business interests with that, so it all flow.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different perspective right there. But we talking about choices. You made the choice to go into the management part. I know choices are important to you.
Most definitely.
Tell me why choices are so important to you.
Man, choices is important to me, man, because we're a collection of our choices. Ultimately, man, everybody here, we're right here sitting at this table doing this podcast because one, we chose to schedule our time together. Before that, you chose to even create this platform. And I made some choices, man, that allowed me to be right here where I'm at today. Mentally, spiritually, and physically. So I was able to. It was those choices. So understanding just how imperative choices are. Is why they're so important to me, man.
That's deep, bro. Because like I said, I was doing my research and I was listening to you speak, and I feel like that would be beneficial for the people to hear, like your perspective of choices. You know what I'm saying? I also want them to hear your perspective of values.
Values. I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, from where I got this sense of value, man, is because you know, I come from an environment where, you know, it was bred to take value. Always look with self-serving. You know, what's the most? You know, if I'm messing with Cleasy, what can Cleasy do for me, or what can I do for this? Like, yeah, what we on? And it's always from a self-serving standpoint. And so, you know, I did this trying to find value. You know what I'm saying? And realizing like I was getting material things, but man, the value in them was, you know, it wasn't really heightened. It wasn't anything. And then, you know, it was when I started shifting my mind and realized it was because I wasn't valuing myself. So I started understanding instead of taking value, I started wanting to add value. You feel me? I want to, when I come to Cleasy, I can come here and I can be real and I can say, hey man, this is what I have to offer. And then, you know, naturally that's going to reciprocate. You want to add to the pot. Now we have more than what we came with at the table together. As building. So, you know, just understand how to add values. I don't have to always look from a self-serving standpoint, what can I get, or what's done for me, or what's done for me, man, because it's just really a shallow way and a way to diminish value from yourself.
Yeah, it's hard. And a little bit back, you said you started to value yourself. You know, so essentially, you know what I'm saying, you know, you're being comfortable with yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just talking about the importance of being yourself, how has that helped you in your business, you know what I'm saying?
So what it helped me in my business, it allowed me to, like I said, stick to my guns, remain myself, trust in my skills. And so with my business, like I say, I align my business up with my natural skill set. So it helps me to say, hey, listen man, this is what I'm good at. Let me focus this and that. What I'm not good at, I'm able to research and put myself in a position or surround myself with people, you know, that's proficient in that area. That's what I do in my real life, you know. When I listen, it's okay for me not to know everything. It's okay not to be the best in this. But if I'm the best problem solver, then I'm gonna solve the problem. And the problem is, okay, man, this is where we need area help. Let me go, reach out and figure out, hey man, who can help me be here, you know? And that's what I do in my real life. If I seek advice, if I'm seeking anything, you know, I'm at the point where I can recognize where I'm strong at and where I need work at, and make the necessary adjustments.
That's good, bro. And all of that goes around, you know, it goes along the lines of elevation. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we live this life. You know, we're all seeking for better. Or we should be most. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So it's all about elevation. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on elevation? What's your definition of elevation?
I mean, elevation, man, is just, you know, simply rising above, man. Understanding, you know, when sometimes when you've reached a certain point, it's time to, you know, expand your comfort zone. It's time to expand your horizons, expand your skill set, and that just comes with evolving. You feel me? It's like, you know, you have to understand that when you evolve, you separate. Like when you evolve, you have to separate. You have to separate from those old shells. You know, you can't hold on to yesterday's score in today's game. I can't be so hurt about what happened 2 or 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 years ago. But at the same time, I'm not being present in 2 or 3 minutes, present right here to figure out where I can go in 2 or 3 years going forward. So, you know, you have to evolve from certain mind frames. So my thing is, man, elevation always requires separation. And this is separation from our lower version of ourselves. Until you know that person that you want to be, that person that you really truly want to be, then do everything it takes to be that, as long as you're not diminishing no value and taking from anybody. You know, do what it takes to become that best version of you. Evolve to that mindset, and evolution looks different from that. How you evolve today is going to be different how you evolve tomorrow.
Right.
You know, but it's all about that forward progression.
Yeah, that's real, bro. Yeah, you talking some shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when you talking about that elevation, sometimes you, like you say, you have to cut people off. You have to, you know, cut places off where you used to go.
Yeah, it's most definitely. You have to. I mean, everything runs its course.
Yeah.
It's the laws of nature. Everything runs its course. And it's not so much about cutting people off, man. It's just really about cutting that version of yourself off inside yourself. See, because once I separated from the street version of myself inside myself, it was easy for me to then turn separate myself from the neighborhood or from the environments where that's prevalent. It was easy because I I was already comfortable with making the hardest separation, which was the mindset and the guy inside me, those old behaviors, you know, that thing that made me feel comfortable. So
That's a different perspective. Instead of looking at it like cutting somebody off, you're cutting off that older version of yourself.
yeah,
That's hard.
yeah,
I haven't heard that perspective too many times.
yeah. Man, listen, because just naturally it's gonna take its place. Like I said, if I'm outcome, you know, I come up. We come. You know, when we were young, it was comfortable being in chaos.
Yes, sir.
It was comfortable. It was daily.
Every day.
Man, every day it was chaos, and you become comfortable in that. Now that becomes your routine. It's like, you know, and so like me, I started becoming. Listen, I'm not comfortable in that. There's too many risks. There's no reward. You know, there's too much to lose with this, and not enough to gain.
Right.
So it's just like, when do you stop getting comfortable with that? And when you get uncomfortable with that, then like I said, you get uncomfortable from those old behaviors. It's easy to. And therefore, when other people come to talk about it, it's like, yeah, I'm uncomfortable here.
Man, though, so that's deep, bro. So that sounds like sacrifices too, though. Like you making sacrifices.
No, man.
You know what I'm saying? And sacrifices. How should I? I'm trying to figure out a way to word this. You know what I'm saying? You have to make sacrifices to get to where you are, you know.
Yeah.
You ain't got to get too personal, but since we're trying to, you know, give the people an idea of some of the things you may have to go through while you're trying to, you know, go through your journey of being an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Let them know like a couple of sacrifices you had to go through, you know, and before, you know, on your journey to becoming the person you are right now as a businessman.
I mean, man, there's so many. I get long-winded with that, but just to touch on a few. The biggest sacrifice I had to make was, you know, my selfishness. You know, I had to make the sacrificing that person in me that was making excuses, and I was normalizing doing the wrong thing or trying to find the right way to do the wrong thing. I had to sacrifice that right there. You feel me? Then, you know, and I had to sacrifice the fact that, you know what, I made some mistakes, and that's okay. You feel me? Instead of always being on the emotions of the losses, I start understanding the lesson of losses. So, you know, so instead of start ducking the loss, I start embracing it. Not, you know, like, hey, I don't want to lose, but the only way to win is through loss.
Right.
You know, everything we ever been proficient at, we lost that. That's talking right now. You know, first time we started talking, you know, it was gibberish. You know what I'm saying? You just kept talking. You didn't stop. You just kept. You kept losing till now you don't even think. You know, the words just flow. Same thing with walking. So I start understanding, look at a different way of looking at losses. It was like lessons. And so I started extracting the lessons in them. You feel me? And
that came from some of the sacrifices.
And that came from the sacrifice, and it was just sacrificing the way that it wasn't in my head. You feel me? It's like, I'm not gonna, just because it didn't look the way I seen it, I'm gonna sacrifice that way of thinking. It's like, you know, I'm gonna sacrifice that. I might not know how it looks, and let me be receptive to what comes my way.
Yeah, yes, yeah, man. That's one of them. You got another one? Like you got
another? I mean, I had to You know, I had to sacrifice. You know, you have to sacrifice ego. You know, and I mean, it all falls in. You know, for me, you know, I had to sacrifice ego, man, and just the ego of thinking that just because I figured it out in a demonstrous way, because I ended up on the right side of wrong, that is that, you know, that it wasn't wrong. If that makes sense.
It makes sense. It definitely makes sense,
and
bro.
It's just a whole lot of, man, what you have to sacrifice is going to be some time. You feel me? You're going to have to switch your definition of things. You know, so I had to sacrifice that. You know, maybe, you know, what I consider fun shouldn't be fun anymore. Let me sacrifice what I thought was fun.
That's important right there.
You know?
Just cutting off fun. First of all, fun is very expensive when you're trying to get something accomplished. You know, like trying to start a business. So you got to be able to sacrifice that fun, you know. So it's important to be able to do that, because that's like one of the things everybody like to do is have fun, you know.
Definitely.
Get that out your head if you're trying to, you know, be a big old CEO or whatever you want to be, you know what I mean?
Or you know, just grow your definition of what fun is. Because, I mean, building my business is fun for me. So, I mean, you know, I'm not really having to sacrifice this. I just, like I said, I had to sacrifice that thought of what I thought fun was. Because I used to thought fun was just running around, just doing whatever I want. And that's cool. but it needs to be for a purpose. So like my fun now is waking up, you know, constructing the business, getting with my team, you know, having think tanks, executing plans, you know, building out the actual business, you know, building out our goals and manifesting into our reality. That's what's fun to me now. Yeah. So I had to sacrifice that I just didn't know, you know, or my old version of myself. Like it all goes back to yourself. Like that was going to be the biggest sacrifice you're ever going to have to make in life. And so life is same thing in business. You're going to have to sacrifice that. Maybe you just don't know it all. You feel me? And it's okay. That's okay. And that's okay, because if you don't know, then you can go learn. And then when you learn, then you can win.
Yeah, that's true, man. You gotta be able to make them sacrifices. You have to be strong, people.
Definitely.
If you're not strong, I don't think that might be the thing you want to do. Is be a businessman or a businesswoman. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
And everybody's strength's different, though.
Everybody's strength is different. You know what I'm saying? It is.
Yeah.
You know. Tell me and the people. Tell us the first 5 things you had to do to start your company, and if you can, give a little details on each one.
Okay. Well, I mean, the first thing I had to decide I was going into business. So you know, the first thing I did was make sure I came up with a name, a solid name that I feel I want to attach, that I want to build that as a brand. You know, that was the first and foremost. Like, okay, what am I going to get behind? What is people going to get behind? You know, so understanding that branding, you know, it's coming up with that. Once locked in with that, let's get move forward to start actually making it a business. So you know, that's going on, forming the LLC. You know,
Forming the LLC.
Yeah, forming LLC. Okay. Going on the Washington State Gov, and doing the correct paperwork, making the filings, paying your things, getting that business license. You know, and so you know, then after that. Very important, but I mean, I'm kind of going out of step. You know, another thing I had to do was to go get an address for your business. You know, and so you know, shout out to Postmates. You know, my guy D Pick over there, he got down there on Martin Luther King and Union. They got Postmates. You know, we went out there, the Postman. I'm sorry, the Postman. Okay. And so it is around on Martin Luther King and Union. Shout out to my guy D Pick. We'll go over there, the business get address, a PO box. Address from right there. Now you have a business address. You know, get your business papers to go there. Now you're in business. And then it's time to build out a model. What do I want for my business? You know, what do I want for my business? How do I want my business to look? You know, what is my market? What am I marketing at? And just really determining those things. Those was the steps I took. Okay. You know, and say, okay, well, if it's going to be Rich Frillionaire, you know, we know where our business address is. You know, we got all our papers. And now saying, this is our market. We're doing music. These are my artists. You know, All Pro Go, Cameron Chanel, Melinda's Son, Doc Holliday, Snap Gotti, you know, Hunter's Castro. These are artists. We know who our artists is.
All fire, by the way.
All fire, most definitely. My business partners, you know, Sosa, you know, Sam. We got my guy D Black. You know, these are my, you know, Bag Records. So we're all as one. And so this is the management group. Okay. You know, and so we all making sure that we know where we're locked in. So these are the things we took. Like now, that's forming the company. That's understanding. Okay, these are our goals. This is what we want to do. We got our name, we got our address, we got all our paperwork right. This is our team. This is our product. What's our market? Let's go.
That sounds kind of good right there. It sounds kind of. It's not easy, but it's kind of easy to follow if you trying to go into a business industry. You're kind of going to be in that mindset anyway, so you're going to have the wherewithal to really see and know what he's talking about. It's really kind of easy, really. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna be easy for everybody, and I know that. So yeah, it is what it is.
But it was just taking you know, those skills that I've learned throughout my journey in life. Those understanding that they're applicable to other facets of life, you know. Oh,
so you applied some of your knowledge of life to your business?
Most definitely, at all times. That's why I've aligned. Like I say, back to aligning my business, you know, close to my personality. You feel me? To my natural skills. This is my skill set. This is what I have to offer. So in my business, if I'm going to add value, if I'm to serve, I have to serve with my best assets. You know, I have to serve with my best assets. So yeah, I take the experience I learned in life and apply it to business.
What are 2 of those experiences? Give me 2 of those experiences.
As far as As far as what experience?
that you took from your life and applied it to business?
Okay, so for one, about being really detail orientated,
Mm-hmm.
With my life, I am detail orientated. That's what I do. I have a routine.
Mm-hmm.
I have a routine. Hey, I wake up at 5 a.m. 5:30, I'm working out. By 6, it's time to eat. And then by 7:30, days getting rolling.
Mm-hmm.
That's a routine. So in business, I do the same thing. Hey, listen, okay, let's knock this out. If it's financing, let's get our finances down. What's our budget? What's our budget look like? How do we execute? Where does this budget towards? Boom. Let's do that. Me and my team's constantly working like that. So that's something I took from my life. That's like I said, my routine is just I wake up, work out. Hey,
Being punctual.
being punctual. This I showed up here early.
Yeah, sure.
Every one of our meetings, I'm going.
You 15 minutes early. So if not early.
Most definitely. Because you're late if you're on time. In business, if I came here right at 3, I didn't give you time to set up. I didn't give you time. I wasn't considering your time. I didn't value your time. I couldn't value your time because back to that. It's all times that I wasn't valuing my time.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, man. So that was one of them,
So another thing, being studious. And I'm a very studious person. When I like something, I want to know about something, I do my due diligence, do the research. I try to find as much information, compile much information to make an educated guess. A good calculated decision.
Yeah.
So I want all the information on that subject.
Yeah.
And so that's something I do in life. That's something I do in life, in anything. So in business, I'm the same way. And like I say, in business, understanding that it's okay not to know everything. So I have a guy, such as my business partner, my cousin Cedric. There's something that his skill set, he's good at data, compiling data and all that. Hey, man, I'm secure enough and aware enough to say, hey, listen, I know where I need help at. I'm gonna go to a guy who's proficient at that.
That's important too, man, because a lot of people, man, they're too prideful to ask for help. You can't be like that when you're trying to get something accomplished, man. All that pride, it's never gonna get you nowhere. Be an adult, or just be a mature person. Just hide your pride, man, if you're trying to get somewhere, get something accomplished, in my opinion.
Almost definitely. But it's just always, understanding, man. And we all have emotions. That's valid. Your emotions are valid, my emotions are valid, but it has to be a point to where our intelligence outweighs our emotion. We have to make decisions based on the logic of things and not the feel of things. Because our feel is gonna, it's okay to feel some way, but your feelings are gonna be temporary. If you stub your toe right now, you're gonna feel hurt for a little bit.
Right.
It's gonna subside. You know what I'm saying? So you can't give in to so mad that now you hurt your foot, you kick over, you kick and you knock something over and break that. Now you got to replace that. You see, all because you gave into the feeling of something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay to feel that way, but you know what I'm saying? It's to always make sure that you're always thinking past how you feel.
Yeah, that's true, man. You gotta always be looking for the next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't be stuck in the moment, man. So, man. Yeah, you gave me a lot of information, and I'm pretty sure the they're gonna enjoy it, man.
Man, I hope they can get something out of it.
Oh man, trust me, they will. Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you dropped some food on them. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna bring them artists up, man. We're gonna bring them artists up and get a little bit from them. Have them talk about a few of their songs. You know what I'm saying?
Surely.
Nice little introduction. To you guys. If you guys don't know them, you probably already know them. They hot. But yeah, we're gonna bring them up in a minute, y'all. And we are back to the Past Journey, Present Progression Podcast. Man, and we got these artists, man. Miss Cameron Chanel, Mr. Melinda's son. Oh my God, man. These guys, they fire. Rich Millionaire Management Group. They got some diamonds, man. They just in the process of getting, whatever the process of making the diamonds, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we just gonna be talking, let them tell you guys who they are, and all that stuff, man. They got great music. We're gonna talk about that too. So without further ado, I'm gonna start with Miss Cameron Chanel.
Yeah.
Man, like I said, I did my research. Yeah. You can get nothing but the fire emojis.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I like that, man.
Thank
so,
you.
tell everybody where you from, though.
I'm from Seattle, Washington. I grew up in the Central District, born and raised there. And yeah, that's really where I'm from. I'm a real Seattle baby, man. I ain't really did too much going outside of it until I got a little older. So I was born and raised here. All my family's here. So yeah.
Man, that's refreshing to know. You're all springing from the hood, man. Okay, talk
Yeah.
about it. Okay, how long you been rapping?
So I've been rapping since I was 7 or 8, and then professionally since I was about 14. So that's what that's a minute. I just turned 25 last week, so I got a couple years in the thing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I got a couple years in it.
That's hard, man. That's hard. Well, it makes sense now, you know, because the content of your music is mature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I ain't a, you know, what do you call it, prejudice, prejudging, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think you were as old as you are,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
got a baby face. Nobody ever thinks it.
That'll work out.
So it definitely makes sense. The content matches, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Age. Oh, that's dope. Bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like my music has grown a lot through getting older, and me even now, like listening back to my music that I made when I first started, like really professionally recording and dropping to now, it's definitely evolved with the time. I think as a person I've evolved, so I don't do no capping in my raps, you know. So with the time and me evolving as a person, the music has also evolved with me for sure.
That's dope as an artist, you know. As you grow, you know, your music is supposed to grow too.
Yeah, it's kind of dope too, because I think like as an artist, it's kind of like having a photo album. Like, you know, you look back in your parents' photo album and you see pictures of you when you was, you know, 1, 2, 5. It's kind of like giving you a timeline. I feel like my music gives me a timeline of where I was in life at that time, and like how I, you know, how I was maneuvering, what was going on with me. So it's always cool to look back.
That's dope. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. It's always good to look back and see the then and then, the now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It gives you a good idea of, like, you know, where you're going, you know, because
Yeah.
you don't know where you're going unless you know where you're from type thing. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Yeah, man. That's cool, man. Who or what inspired you to rap?
So I wouldn't necessarily say it was a specific person, but I've always been super tomboyish. You know, all my friends growing up were males. I was the only girl all the time, and I used to do everything that they did, like basketball, football, whatever. Like, you know, we were kids, so we would have fun, tag, tetherball. But it got to the stage where like we was in like 2nd grade and they wanted to start doing the beatboxing on the table and busting out the freestyles, and they was like, oh no, you can't do that because you a girl.
What?
And so I was like, all right. I went back home. I wrote me a little rap, and I came back, and it was just ever since then it's been history. So it's more like a, you told me I can't do it, so I'm gonna prove you wrong type thing. And I think that's always been my standpoint with music, like just me in general. Being a female, being as small as I am, looking as young as I am, a lot of the time people don't expect me to do what I do, you know, or like if somebody tells it to them, they don't believe it until they see it. So I've always been like a, I'm gonna prove you wrong type of person, and that's what kind of motivates it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that what you said, you know, by you know, your perspective of your appearance, I think that's the gem, you know.
Yeah.
Because they're not expecting it hard. They're not expecting it dynamite. You know what I'm saying? They're expecting a little 4th of July firecracker.
Yeah.
You coming with that M80.
I got that. Yeah.
You feel, they're not expecting that, and I think that's the dope thing about you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're really talking that shit, and you definitely don't look like it, but ain't no capping in your rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They need to
it
know
definitely does help. I do think me having the image that I have and me being the person that I am, like, you know, just outside of music as a person, my everyday life, I'm real chill, calm, cool, collected. You know, I don't like to do too much, but when it comes to the music, I turn up, and I think that whenever I get the chance to like show somebody what I can do, they're like jaws dropped, like, who is this? Like, how did she even You know, so it's always it's exciting for me to see. I love the reactions that I get.
Yeah, man. I know you get them too, man. Because I was looking at the shit. I was like, that was my first time. I was looking at the shit. I was like, okay. She's out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So, talking about your music, you know, you're booed up freestyle. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? What was going on? I mean, what sparked that one?
So when I started like getting like recognition in the city, I had actually moved to Kansas for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out there, and since I wasn't at home and I wasn't able to physically be in everyone's face, I started dropping videos on Facebook, just like freestyles, different beats, and that kind of got me my buzz. I went viral for the first time on Facebook, and so that's always been my go-to, where I know if I drop a video, I'm gonna get like this many amount of shares, I'm gonna get this many views, and even if I ain't dropped a single or a project in a minute, people still gonna, you know, be, you know, holding on to my name. They still gonna be, that's gonna make them bite the bullet and like be anticipating for me to drop. So when I dropped Boot Up, I had just, it was one of those songs where like everybody was singing it, everybody was like, you know, vibing to it. And so I was like, you know, I just need to drop something. And then like I have, people know me, they know that I rap about particular things that most females don't rap about. So I feel like when I rap about like typical female relationship, emotional stuff, it kind of surprises people and people eat it up. So when it came out with that Boot Up, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go crazy to this. But I switched it because it's like, I ain't trying to be booed up with you. Like, this ain't even what we finna do, you know? So it's kind of like a flip version of the actual song, like telling a different side of the story. So it was pretty dope.
Yeah. Well, it was dope, man. And another one, that no nigga Tokyo Jazz.
Oh,
freestyle.
yeah, no problem.
Shout out to Tokyo Jazz too, man.
Yeah, that one I actually recorded that in Vegas, and I was telling Real, I was like, hey, like I want to start doing more. I want to start dropping more on my Instagram, because I've been on Clubhouse and they was telling me like, you know, like we can't go to your page and tell that you are a rapper, you know, by just what you post. So I took a lot of stuff off my Instagram and I've just been revamping it kind of. And so that was the first video that I dropped since I revamped my Instagram. And it was just more so like I want people to be able to go to my page and see some type of content that'll make them tap in with me, or go Google my name, or go search up my music. So that, and I had written the verse to it like, wow, like when the song first came out. That song's a little old, so I written the verse when the song first came out, and I was just clearing out my notes, and I was like, I should just change this up. So I kind of went through it and rewrote the whole thing, and I was like, fuck it, let's do it, you know.
Yeah.
And I was in Vegas, it was palm trees, the scenery was nice, so I was like, let's do it. And I recorded it, and I didn't even expect it to do what it did, but
Yeah, it did what it did too, man. And I'm a 80s baby, man. So that Cream freestyle.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and that was a different type of something, because this is what happened. And this is a funny story. So I had a couple DJs who wanted my DJ tracks, but I didn't realize how much I cussed in my music until I went to the studio to get my stuff edited, and every other word was like beep, 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 and I'm like, all right, like my pen is too crazy to be settling with mediocre bars or rapping and every other word is a cuss word. So I was like, I'm gonna challenge myself, because before I turned 18, my mom's super religious, my family's super religious. I wasn't even allowed to cuss in my raps. So I did it for a while without cussing, and then when I turned 18 and I was able to do it, I just lost my mind and ain't never turned back. So I was like, I know that I can put myself in the mental space to where I'm not gonna cuss at all. And then somebody had challenged me. They was like, I bet you can't. This is one of those things, proving somebody wrong. I bet you can't say a whole rap and rhyme it with supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And I was like, who can't?
They challenge you,
You
like
know,
that?
who can't? So I came in, I was like, I'm gonna do that, and I'm not gonna cuss in the whole song. I'm not gonna cuss in the bars at all. And I got that pen going, and it just started flowing, and my mind started pumping. I called Ro, I'm like, hey, listen to this real quick. And it wasn't even finished. I was just excited, because it was just like, knowing that you really got like a lot now in the industry. A lot of people don't push their pen. You know, there's a lot of writers, and that's cool. But for me, I take pride in really being able to write and structure songs. I really take pride in that. I really take pride in being able to rap and people thinking it's dope and just being able to say, yeah, I wrote that, you know? So for me, that was just like putting myself in a different level. Like, all right, now I can get out of my box and get out of my comfort zone. I don't want nobody thinking I'm just a street rapper who raps about street stuff. I want people to know that I'm very multifaceted with this music. So I have to come crazy and just, you know, prove that I was wrong, always.
Man, you did, man.
Yeah.
And you just said something really important on how you pride yourself on writing your music. For musicians, like, that's really important, you know, because, like, that's where the money at, you know, like publishing, you know what I mean? So for her to pride herself on that, that's important, because that's what's going to keep her around, longevity, you know what I'm saying, and paychecks coming in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as long as she keep working, they keep working, they're going to be great, because I can attest to where the music is out of here from all of these artists I heard, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, since you're an artist, I gotta ask you, what's your top 5, dead or alive?
I just went through this list too yesterday. So look, I have my top 5. Are we talking locally or just in general?
Whatever.
All right, so my top 5, I have honorary people though.
Okay.
Okay, so I got my top 5. My favorite rapper, and a lot of people have controversy with him, but I really don't care. My favorite rapper right now is Meek Mill. He's my favorite rapper. I love the way that he writes. I love the way that he freestyles. I love the topics that he speak of, and I love the way that he flows. A lot of people who listen to my music say that I kind of have a cadence like him, where I don't rhyme. It's hard to explain. I don't rhyme on the 3rd word, but I rhyme on the 4th. So instead of rhyming on the 3rd word of the bar, I always rhyme on the 4th. And he kind of does that. But I've been listening to Meek since I was like 13, before he even got signed, and he was doing mixtapes and battling. That's been my guy.
Shout out Meek, man.
Yeah. I love Pac. That's one of my all-time favorites. I like Pac because he was a storyteller. You know, he knew how to paint the picture for you to where even if you ain't watching a music video, you can see the story in your mind, kind of like reading a book. If you're reading a real deep, you know, detailed book, you gonna kind of see the story play out in your brain. Also, he's one of the people that I learned how to do song structure from. He does really good song structure, even if it's like he's rapping, like even Hit 'Em Up, like that's one of the most controversial songs of all time, but the way that he structured the song makes it so catchy to where even if you did not like what he was saying, it's something that you just had to sing along to. Like, it's one of those type of things. So
I agree.
Let me see. Nip. I love Nip. Nip, I've been listening to Nip for a while, since I was like 12, 13. And I just really like, on top of him being an artist, I like him as a person, as an individual, as an entrepreneur. I feel like he really changed the game by showing people, what he say, I showed y'all how to charge more than what they pay for you. Like, he really puts the entrepreneurism in your brain and lets you know that you don't gotta conform to what the industry wants from you. You can do what you do and still be great without having to settle and do what they want you to do, you know? And then on top of that, his pen is crazy, man. His pen is insane. His pen is insane. That's 3. Who else?
Rest in peace, Nip.
I really like Mace. I can't lie. I really like Mace. He's one of the coldest.
Mace is hard.
Yeah, Mace, listen. People don't even understand. He's hard. His flow, his cadence, he got that swagger to him. He got the flavor. You feel me? And he talks real crazy. And then I think my last, I gotta go. Man, I'm trying to think. This is hard, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it can.
And I feel like every time somebody asks me this question, I change like 2 or 3 out.
That's okay, because yeah, it be like that.
I think I would have to go Nas.
Nas?
I think I would have to go Nas. Nas is just another one of those people who just really just uses his brain, you know, when he writes, he talks about something. He puts some substance in his music, and it's not just, you know, like, and I feel like everybody ain't gonna understand what he be talking about, but I feel like he's one of those people that a couple of his songs I had to research like a couple of words and a couple of the stories and a couple of the, you know, things that were happening in his music to understand what he was saying and be able to kind of relate to it.
Yeah.
And I like that. Like, I don't like to be just like, okay, I understand what that means all the time. Like, I want to be challenged to where I got to go look it up and be like, all right, so this is what this meant. Because I know with my bars, sometimes I even ask, like, hey, do you understand this bar? And they be like, no. And then I break it down to them, and they be like, oh, like, that makes sense, you know? Or that's dope, the way that you put that together like that. So I like the way that he does that. And then honorable mention, I got to go with Hove. Because it's Hove. Because it's Hove, you know? And Fab. Fab's one of my, Fab's one of my favorite. And he be dressing. He's the drippiest in the game. There's no debating about that. But yeah, Fab, I like the way that he puts his song structure together as well. And then I like him because he makes a lot of club bangers, but he makes a lot of club bangers and like forever favorite songs that still, like, if you listen to him, like, he's talking that he's talking that language, you know. So yeah, I think those are my top 5 with the honorable mentions.
Yeah, he do got a few timeless tracks.
Yeah.
You know, Fab.
Yeah.
So shout out Fab, shout out Nip, rest in peace, Pac.
I got that hustle tatted on.
Who else you said?
I got Nip, Pac, Mace, Meek.
Yep.
Fab and Hove.
Man, that's a cold list, man. Kind of eclectic too. I respect it though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out all them guys, man, you know what I'm saying? My guy, man.
What's good with you, my guy?
Mr. Melinda's son.
Before anything else, I'm
Oh, man.
that part.
No, this guy, his music, man, I just be like, man, drop the top, man.
Come on.
Drop the top, you know what I'm saying? Turn the music up. You know, he got that shit. You know, I love that shit, bro. I turn that shit on and just be on some, like, you make me think, bro. This shit make me think,
Hey, can
bro.
we just put a disclaimer? 90% of the time, this man is freestyling. Let's put that disclaimer out there. Let's put that on the table first and foremost. Don't get it misunderstood. 90% of the time, he's freestyling. All right, continue.
Oh, man.
We just got to throw that out there because he ain't going to say it.
Damn, bro. Damn, you make me think like that off a freestyle?
Man,
I don't want to hear you right, bro. You might make me cry. Shit. Hey, cause you got some good music, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Been working.
Where you from? Where were you born and raised?
Oh man, I'm blessed, man. I clash with the Tigers, man. I'm from Seattle, Washington, Central District, man. You understand what I'm saying? Hey man, all the way. I mean, I got God's blood. My bloodline run deep in the Central District, man. You know what I mean? We from the pillars of stability of this thing, man. You know, the other side of the downtown, you know, where the views is pretty, where it's gritty, man. It's us.
Oh, he popping this shit.
Yeah,
too.
man. You
Oh,
know,
I like it.
man. Clashing with the Tigers, man. That's where we from, man. You know, we separate from there. You know,
Yeah, bro.
I pride myself on where I come from. You know what I mean? It's pivotal.
Just like I told her, I'm excited. You're offspring of the hood. You know, that's a little bond right there. I'm here for you whenever you need a platform, bro. Just off that alone, you feel what I'm saying?
That part.
That's hard right there, man.
For sure.
How long you been rapping?
That's a great question. How long I've been rapping? Since I was a youngin', you know what I mean? But how long have I taken it seriously to make it a product for business to get this money? Shoot, you know, that's been more recent. You know what I mean? I've been freestyling. That's where I started. As Sis was saying, you know, that's been my thing since I was a kid. But I never took it further than that. I just felt like I always could freestyle. Anybody was writing, you know what I mean? You could take your little 20, 30 minutes, that's cool. And I might just go in there and go ahead and kill everything. Blood gonna be everywhere, body parts flying and shit. You know, I was just killing shit, you know what I mean? That's how it go. But I started to realize as I got older, you know what I mean, for business, you know what I mean, it takes time and effort, you know, and whatever product you putting out, you got to put some quality, some time into that. So, yeah, as of recent, you know, I've been working. I've been putting pen to pad. Shouts out to my cousin, you know what I'm saying, just making sure that everything you do, you use dissidence. You definitely got to use some servitude. And like you said, you got to be disciplined, come up with a routine, you know what I mean, and be, you know, just to be productive about everything.
Right.
You know, and that always transitions, you know, from life to whatever I have in my music. So it comes out, you know what I mean, because we've been working.
Yeah,
So
you definitely been working, bro. Ah, shit, damn, I'm impressed. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have been impressed if you wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? So I can attest that you've been working, bro. Who or what inspired you to rap?
That's another great question. The Who's, man, I'm gonna be real with you, man. Coming from the neighborhood, man. I was early enough for me to get blessed with a lot of different music. You know what I'm saying? I'm the pinky toe of that '80s. You know what I'm saying? So I done got on with the 8 Balls, the MJGs. You know what I'm saying? I remember the Boys in the Hood. You know, I remember you know, like Pimp C. You know, the Gent Crunk compilations, Pastor Troy. You know, I grew up on Rich the Factors, and you know what I'm saying? Like Mac Dre, early Mac Dre, before he was locked up, after he was locked up, you know, on appeal, not off appeal, you know, like everything, you know what I mean? Gladys Knight, you know, to some Chuck Berry, you know, I didn't have it all, you know what I mean? Yeah, Scarface, you know what I'm saying? I was blessed with this music, man. Like Nas, you know, I watched Belly in a stretch limousine in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, you know, like it's just, everything was just certified. Like, Jig was my mother. Name, you know what I'm saying? And my cousin pulled up, you know what I mean, picking us up to go to school, you know what I mean, early as little kids. You know what I mean? It's like slapping, you know, we listening to everything just top tier greatness. You know what I mean? Since I was a kid. So, who, like, why I rap?
Tell me that.
The why, honestly, man, come from something simple, a little bit different than a lot of other people. It's a motivation from my mom, you know what I mean? So a lot of people ask, like, you know, Melinda son, what the fuck is that? Right, so,
I was gonna get that.
Yeah, right, yeah. So that's, you know, like my mom worked at at the neighborhood clinic, Carolyn Downs.
Okay.
For 20 plus years, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people know her from the neighborhood, you know what I mean? She's helping people for 20 years. So a lot of times when you see me, you know, you see my mom, I look like my mom, that's what they say. So, you know, like if they don't know my name, they're like, that's Melinda's son. You feel me? So my mom, when she passed, you know what I mean, I felt like, you know, yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Since she passed, I felt like, what better way to represent her, you know what I'm saying, and then in the truest form. Before anything else, I am Melinda's son. You know what I mean? So I pride myself and I motivate, like, in a deeper thought of myself, like, if I never see my mom again, I'm going to make sure everybody down on this earth thing is rocking so she can hear me from down here, you feel me, wherever she's at, up there, you know? So that right there just got me ready to go, you know what I mean? I want to, I see greatness, you know what I mean? I want the world to hear what we got, you know what I mean? And we coming, you know? So.
Bro, you're definitely representing for Melinda's son, bro.
I appreciate it.
Once the world get a hold to you, you know, it's only a matter of time, bro. Like, just gotta, like you say, you just gotta stay working. You know what I'm saying? And that shit gonna happen like it's supposed to happen. It's written, bro.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. Hell yeah.
For sure. So, the song "Been Through."
Shouts out to my nigga Go, All Pro Go.
Yeah, man. I heard y'all on that track, man. What inspired that track? Like,
oh man, just as it is, man. Thank God I don't look like what I've been through. You know what I mean? Been through a lot of more dark than the light. You know what I mean? But when you see the light, there's hope. You know, we came on another side, and what I mean by that is just life. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, you know. Shouts out to my cousin. You know what I mean? Rich Millionaire Records. You know, she would call him G Real. So it's like people in life have these processes where they've been, you know, in places where other people would be like, damn, that's the dark, you know, or that's the bottom, or, you know, I don't know what I would do in this situation. And then somehow it's, you know, we prevail. You know what I mean? So I'm true to that. You know what I mean? I done been in dark places outside of just physically, but just a mental space whether that was family, money, you know what I'm saying, whatever it was, your credit, your bank account, you know what I'm saying, whether it was drama in the streets, you know what I mean, whatever it was, you know what I mean, I've been through it. And the ugly of whatever that result was, I came through, you know what I mean, I ain't fold, I ain't break, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to separate myself through my struggle. You know what I mean? I embrace it. Because through that, I'm going to always elevate. You know what I mean? And where I'm going ain't where I've been. You know what I mean? So that's what we on.
Yo, shit.
You feel me? That's what we on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And I got a personal connection to that song too. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, you know, I looked in the mirror too, and I looked at my past. I said, I'm glad I don't look like that shit.
That part.
That shit's ugly, man.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? When we coming from certain backgrounds, you know, certain neighborhoods, dealing with certain affiliates, man, shit can get dark sometimes, man. Back then, you know, we've evolved to different people now. You know, we're on different journeys, you know, and all of that. But back then, it got dark, man.
Yeah, man, come on.
It still can get dark today,
Yeah,
but it get dark on different, you know, just with a different darkness.
That part, yeah, like they say, don't tell a pretty boy it can't get ugly, because it can.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. For real, bro. That shit's for real.
Yeah.
And, the song was 6 Days, 8 Ways.
Oh, 6 days away. 6 away. Yeah, we gonna rock with that one.
Oh, man.
Shouts out Snap Gotti, huh?
Oh, man. Gosh, man.
Yeah.
Tell me about that song, man.
Oh,
'Cause
man.
Shit, that song, right? All right, tell me about
You know
that
what?
song,
That's
man.
you know what? That's
I want both of y'all perspectives.
Yeah,
on that
that's her joint. You know what I mean? She do a live like Gary to Kim.
one. That's what it was.
Yeah, you know, she gave me the blessing to get up on that thing. You know, when you fucking with sis, you gotta come 110. Cause she about to LeBron James some shit down the lane.
Wow.
You know, she's coming heavy, killing everything. So you gotta be a frontline Marine and come on, kill everything too. So, you know, I always match with sis, you know. We just gonna match and keep elevating. Oh, that shit rock. Okay, let me turn that up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, make sure we top tier. You know, we stay there. You know what I mean?
I think it's dope that you think that you think she's dope like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's dope, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that chemistry, you know, that's good for the company. It's good for everything. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. And
Believe, man.
Yeah.
I believe, man, for sure. Absolutely.
were you guys in the studio at the same time when y'all made this song?
Yeah.
Organic.
Yeah.
Organic?
And
Wow.
I think for me, it's just like ever since we started really connecting and networking and, you know, creating together, me and bro have always had a different chemistry than everyone else. Like we've always had. So I know I call him like, hey, I got a hook. I need you on a hook, because I'm one of those people. I ain't gonna lie, I really don't like writing hooks. And he's like the hook king.
Yeah.
So I be like, okay, look, I got this beat right here. I buy the beat, boom. I'm like, I'm gonna send this to you. Just write something. I don't even care what you write to the hook. I don't care what you write. Just write something. And every time he does, I let him just do his thing. He does his thing, and we just come together, and it goes crazy. And then we just get on there, and like you said, we deliver energy to each other, and the energy just transfers through the room. Like if we in the booth together, you just know the energy through the room is gonna be crazy. Whenever me and him get on a song together, I mean, all of us have a good connection, but me and him have something different. It's like you said. It's that lob, you know, and anytime I pass it to him, he pass it back, and it's always just, you know, authentic, real pure, real honest, and he knows like we each have different strengths, you know, and different weaknesses. So with that being said, where I'm weak, he's strong. Where he's weak, I'm strong, you know, and it just works hand in hand together like that, and it's man. We got some shit coming.
Come on.
I ain't gonna look what he said. Send somebody clean the bodies up.
And God, somebody
You know, to piggyback off what I just said about him holding you to that regard, it's filthy you hold him to that regard too, because you just sit here and said you tell him you don't care what he write.
No.
Like
that's hard. Like you got belief in that man.
Yeah, because he comes through. When somebody delivers every single time, you don't have to question if they're gonna deliver.
Yeah.
You just know that they're gonna deliver. And even if it's not what I was thinking in my head, when I you know, was sitting down listening to the beat, as soon as he hops on it and puts his drip on it, I'll be like, all right, now I know exactly what to write. Or if I'm stuck and I can't figure out what I want to write to this, as soon as he come in, he be like, all right, sis, we finna do it like this. And I be like, yep, it's easy. You feel me? And he gives me that kind of, that
direction.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That sense of direction. Sometimes my mind be in such a space where I'm like, I can't think of nothing. And he be like, nah, I got it. Let me just go in here. You know, take him a couple seconds. Like, let me try this. And I be like, no, that one right there.
Yeah, don't let her play. She's just be in a corner like a serial killer stalking. But
yeah,
that pen. You heard you like that pen. Yeah, yeah. She just got to get that pen warmed up. Come through, kill it.
So as soon as you get the idea or a concept, you just ready to go.
Yeah, I write quick. I ain't one of them that take 2 hours to write. I'm once I catch it, and it's just like I just go. Yeah. And one thing about me that I think people find a little like different is I don't write with the beat on. So I have to listen to the beat, listen to the hook, and then have them turn off the beat so that I can write. And once that beat goes off and I start writing, I'm be like, all right, let's get it. We in the booth with it.
Okay. Yeah. Melinda, son, back to you, my brother.
Come on with it.
Adolf demo. What is it? Adolf?
Yeah.
Adolf.
Yeah.
First of all, who did the production on that song?
That was downtown. What's the name of that joint?
Milo.
Yeah, Milo did that name. Yeah, Reed. Yeah, shouts out to Reed.
Man,
yeah.
That joint was hard, bro.
Yeah. We had to set the tone with that one.
Well, I'm listening. I'm like, ooh, hey.
Yeah, that was a little collab. Yeah, we all got in there and got it cracking. You know what I mean? Yeah, had to set the tone with that. That was yeah, I just got up in there, man. You got, when you go to war, man, it's time to just get dirty, man, get it cracking. So, went up in there and set it off, and the whole squad came through. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody just found their way.
You did your thing.
Oh,
everybody did. It was hard, bro. Yeah. But my guy, oh man, I said, oh man. Yeah, I gotta ask him about that one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? For real, man.
Man, that shouts out to my bro Jeezy like that. That was one of them, off the top moments. You know what I'm saying? Let's set the tone. So we didn't need no pen, no pad for that one. I got God's blood. So like sis was saying, that was one of those. Let me just get in there and catch it. You know what I mean? And we'll go from there. And then the bro Snap Gotti came through after. You know what I'm saying? Then sis come through. Then bro come through. It was, man, the way it happened, bro. It was perfect, man.
Yeah.
It was like it was definitely taking you through a horror film for sure. Yeah, definitely for sure.
All right. Well, gotta ask you now.
Oh, I'm ready. Yes, sir.
What's your top 5 dead or alive?
Yeah. It's crazy because, as things move on, man, you be like, man, you don't want to leave nobody out, right? But top 5, which I'm just gonna say top 5, man. But respectfully. Respectfully. Pac's first. We're gonna set the tone there. I mean that's just without question. It doesn't even matter. Like, Pac. It's just Pac. I mean, it's just universal for me. You know what I'm saying? Just anything I can say for life and things of that nature. Second, it's gonna be Nip. Rest in peace. I've been listening to Nip since 2008. I remember when Hustle in the House came out. You know what I'm saying? And from that point, he just, I watched his progress, through as a man, and then as a musician, and then as a businessman. And I apply a lot of things that he does is applicable to me today. So I own my own business. You know what I'm saying? And we're doing music collectively as a family. And with brothers and people from where I'm from. So, he's just essential, man, in a lot of different things in music. And then just the character of himself, too, also, you know what I'm saying, is something I respect. So, Nip is on there. Third will be Hov. Hov is pivotal for multitudes of reasons. Just even if you would take his music away, just as being a man, you know what I'm saying? What the character is of being a man, and then what kind of standards you could hold yourself to. I feel like the standard is always being us looking at an athlete. I want to be LeBron. I want to be Dion, you know what I mean, or I want to be something in baseball, whatever, you know what I mean. But somebody asked me this question when I was a kid, like, and it was always about, like, I play football, so it was like, well, what do you want to be? You know, everybody like, I want to be a first-round pick, I want to do this, do that. And no one got the answer right. And he was like, I'm looking for the person to be like, I want to be the owner of the, you know what I'm saying, of the team.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, since sports, you know, for me, once I stopped playing football, I learned and found my purpose. So, you know, Hov shows purpose, you know what I mean, in regards to having higher heights, you know. So that's why he's on there.
That's dope.
His music obviously is a shit, you know what I mean. But fourth, it's got to be Lil Wayne. Wayne is on my shit because growing up, Wayne and me is like a modern day, just, I don't even know, like he's like a Green Beret, like he's like, this motherfucker, he's like Brightburn. Cuddy, he's like Brightburn. He's a cold cat. He's out here. I don't know if y'all seen Brightburn, but there's this little psycho killing kid that just lays and kills everything.
I think I seen that.
You know what I'm saying? He just killing shit. Like Wayne, I remember in school, like, he was really every day or every week he was killing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Wayne, and like time has gone on and now Wayne's kind of becoming, you know, no disrespect, like the OG, you know what I mean? But like his workflow is like just how he was applying pressure. Like we ain't seen nothing like that since Pop.
What do you do, like 80 something
songs, something crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like when you break down Wayne rapping, come on, bro, there's not even a question. It doesn't even matter. So Wayne, like the Carter 2, that didn't leave my I had a CD player, so that I could take you back. That didn't leave my CD player when it came out.
That was
you
like
know
my favorite Carter 2.
What?
Yeah.
That didn't, man, money on my mind. What are we talking about? That was my motto of life. What? Money is on my mind.
Oh, man.
What are we talking about? Then fifth is gonna be it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be Drake. Yeah.
Drake?
Oh.
Yeah. And why it's gonna be Drake is you know, I'm a pepper in the land of salt, you know what I mean? So I understand it. He's like my modern day Michael Jackson in his rap. You know what I mean? Like real shit. Like nobody's to be doing what Drake be doing, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't even ain't no cap about it. Nobody. No, and how about this? Aside from numbers, I salute Drake because he's not bounded by anything. You know what I'm saying? So his music is always elevating all the time. He can come through and give you the flow, whatever's going on right now. He can give you the flow from last week. He can give you the flow from what they're doing on the west side to the east side, you know, down south. So I pride myself on that as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be boxed in this little thing like, oh yeah, you sound or you only can do that. Like, nah.
Yeah.
You know? Excuse me. Like Drake he can sing, he can rap. You know what I'm saying? He can tell your mom he's about to take your daughter out, and then he can sing to her and then come back for mom. Like he just, you know, and then go out with the neighborhood, you know, and then come back with all the squad. Like, bro, this cat is cold. You know what I mean?
Cold, bro. He's
cold, man. So yeah, that's my 5 right there. And then I gotta have some honorable mentions for sure. Like,
talk about
yeah, you know, like I know Nas. But, you know, rest in peace, DMX, for sure.
Rest in peace to the dog.
Man, come on, man. Like, wow. He motivated me in some other purposes, you know. But, like, yeah, you know, he just got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I was young, that was somebody that I was slapping. And then Rich the Factor, man, from Kansas City, man.
A lot of people don't know about Rich, but a lot of people do.
Yeah, from KC, man.
Russell Simmons.
Come on, man. What? Corporate Tunnel, man.
What?
1, 2. What are we talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, shout out to everybody he's talking
Rich,
about right now.
Yeah, come on, man. If I ever get a chance, you know what I'm saying? That's like one of them, like neighborhood, just gotta have a list of people you want to, do music with.
Bucket list.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Rich, cats like J Diggs. You know what I'm saying? These are cats that you can. They're like the other side of them rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like they good work. They really good. You know what I'm saying?
Good, bro.
Yeah, they're not just. It's not just rap. You know what I mean? It's a character thing. So yeah. Like who else? Nas. I'll say this. Nas is responsible for me when I started actually freestyling. Got Yourself a Gun.
Oh.
Yeah, when Got Yourself a Gun came out, yeah, I got it cracking. Definitely got it cracking.
That inspired you?
Got Yourself a Gun. When that came out, I got it cracking. Started freestyling on that song when I heard that. Yeah, that album. I think that's Illmatic or Stillmatic, one of the two. That song though, yeah, that resonated for sure. I got it cracking after that. Started freestyling, and now we're here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I got one last question for the both of you though, because you know, I know people who record the old way. You know, they write still. You know what I'm saying? Then I got people that I know who punch in. What's you guys' favorite way to record? Punch in or
Listen, they call me one take Cam, man. I get in there and I get it done.
Okay.
I don't do no punches.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Melinda's son?
Man, I'm really honestly whatever, man. But I get in there and we can one take it. You know what I mean? Get it cracking. You know, it depends on what's going on, what sound, what's the song. You know what I mean? I'm just in here to make sure it sounds great. You know what I mean? So the punching in and all that kind of stuff is new to me. So because I'm used to freestyle, you know what I'm saying? Really freestyling, I need to make sure there's no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but you know, I'm a sponge, bro. So I'm always working on, you know, what's the best way. You know, sis, she's a veteran.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She got stars. You know when you see the soldiers and they got all the stars and all the countries they done been to. Yeah, she's passed up.
But what I will say
You know
is now becoming, being more mindful of what I put out and the content that I drop. Even though I do like to one take it, sometimes for certain records, especially because I love rapping fast. That's one of my favorite ways to rap. I love just getting on a beat and just chopping. But sometimes the words aren't as clear as you need them to be. So sometimes I have to go in and literally go line by line by line to just make it sound crispy. So that it sounds more clean on the record.
Yeah.
But if we talking like, because I'm one of those people, like I said, I don't really like writing hooks. So I just be trying to maybe do a hook at the beginning, bust like a 36, you know, 48, and then do a hook at the end. When I do stuff like that, I'm going all the way through.
Because when you're doing like a 36 or a 48, like the engineer, he probably can like take parts of that and, you know, like create a verse, right? Like not like create a verse, like, you know, 36, 48 bars. Because I know they be talking about like, you know, rearranging vocals, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, no, put that over there, put that line over there or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, I don't know.
They can do it, but I feel like it depends too. Because like for me, I'm one of those people, like when I get the song in my head and I think about it and how I want it to sound, I need it to come out exactly like that. So don't change nothing, don't rearrange nothing, don't move nothing. I just need it to come out exactly how I want it. Because once I have it in my head, like I have like Scoot was saying, like, or Melinda's son was saying, I have a gumbo mixture of music that I've been, you know, listening to. My parents are older than most people my age. I got a sister that's 9 years older than me. So even though I'm young, you know, I was introduced and exposed to a lot of different type of music. So I have a really, really good ear for music. On top of that, I play 5 instruments. So I have a really, really different type of ear for music. So it's like once I get that structure or that sequence in my mind, that's just how it needs to be. You know? Yeah.
You play 5 instruments. What instruments you play?
I play the piano, the clarinet, the flute, the violin, and the bass.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. But I've never taken lessons for any of them besides the clarinet or the flute. I just play everything by ear.
You guys hear that?
My dad plays almost every instrument, so.
Man,
There you go.
that's good. I think the people need to know that, you know, because those are good skills to have. You know what I'm saying? People might need your assistance. You know, that baggie.
I'll have to pull out mine too.
Get that baggie.
Instrument. I used to play the saxophone.
Do you?
Yeah,
Come
and
on,
I always
man,
wanted
talk
to play
about
that,
it
but my
then.
arms was too short.
Oh yeah, you got it. Alto saxophone. I don't play it no more, but
You still know? You think you still know how to play that?
it's just adaptable. It's time. I just need to read and get it cracking. Yeah.
It's like riding a bike.
How to do it. Yeah.
It's like riding a
That's
bike.
all the way.
Yeah.
That's all
That's
it is.
filthy. You guys know how to play them instruments. So you guys are true, like, you guys ain't just artists, you guys are musicians.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Mm.
Shut up.
Well, I'm honored to have you guys.
We're
You know what
honored
I'm
to be
saying?
here.
That part.
You guys came through, you guys showed some love, and you guys gave me a lot of information. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. And for the people, I don't want you guys to get confused. His name is Melinda's son. I just been calling him Mr. Melinda's son because I got respect for him. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way that goes, so don't be confused. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love you guys, man. You guys came to show some love, man. And this is a platform. You guys ever need a platform to come promote, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys, man. And,
Sure.
you know, I love you guys, man. Love.
Thank you
Come
for
on, man.
having
It's
us.
love, man.
For sure.
Appreciate you for having us,
For
man.
sure, man.
Sure.
We don't have to do it again, you know what I'm saying?
That part.
Whenever
sure.
you call, we coming.
Yep. Let's do
slide.
it, man.
Come on.
Let's do it. Yeah, man, we back, man. Your boy Cleezy B, my guy G Real, Rich Realionaire Music Management. Yeah, man, we back. So we had these artists, man. You guys just learned a lot from them about them and who they are. Man, I can't wait till you guys hear them, you know what I'm saying? And I brought my guy back one more time because, you know what I'm saying, I forgot to mention this, you know. He got something else going, and I want him to talk about it because, you know, it's a form of promotion, you know what I'm saying? I think it's beneficial for him. Tell me about your meat distribution companies. Like, well, give me some details about that.
I said meat distribution, olive oil distribution and freight. We supply, you know, chicken, poultry, beef, fresh seafood at a discounted wholesale price, you know. So yeah, man, it's olive oil. Got it with my cousin's Melinda's son. You know, 50-50 partners. You know, that's my guy. And like I say, have everything, man. Basically, the meat plug.
How long you guys had that? How long did you guys start that company?
Man, about going on a year.
About a year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's solid, man.
Definitely.
That's solid. You guys just service around Seattle?
So
or-
yeah, I mean, and we service. I mean, you know, obviously we got scale up plans, but right now we're serving the Seattle, Tacoma, the greater area that we can reach, just so we can make sure that we can get people their needs. But I mean, we're hoping to do business with anybody anywhere.
Oh, word.
Yeah, most
That's good, man. You guys heard what he said, man. Check that out. You know?
Man, most definitely. You know, www.oliveoil.com. You go to the website. You can go right there, check out our inventory of our meats. Our contact information's on there. And yeah, like I said, restaurants. Man, you know, big families. You know that you got a big family. You wanna come get your meat right for the winter. You know, we got you. Like I say, we beat up the competition, man. There ain't too many people that's gonna get it at a better rate thing. And like I say, black business.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm definitely finna do some business with you.
Oh,
on
yeah.
that because we be eating around
I mean, listen, tap in.
It's
It's good.
And you know,
It's good.
And I just want you guys, and it was important for me to have him touch on that business because we talked about the business management company, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the music management company, right? But he's involved in something totally different, and I just want you guys to know, you know what I'm saying, it's good to diversify your portfolio
Most
too,
definitely.
you know what I'm saying?
You never know what's gonna hit.
Yeah, and yeah, just good to diversify your portfolio. He got multiple things going. He ain't just locked into music, you know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, I feel like you guys should, you know, feel that way as well. Don't be, you know, narrow-minded. Just be open to everything, you know what I'm saying? That's all I want you guys to know, man. You know? And so right now, we just about to, you know, we about to come back and just close it out, you know what I'm saying? Bring the artist back, and they're gonna give you their contacts, their social medias, you know, because y'all really need to know that, you know what I'm saying? And we'll be back. Welcome back to the Past Journey, Present Progression Podcast. We got everybody up here right now, man. You know, I want all these guys to tell you their social medias, to get in contact with them. You know, if you want to get in contact with them about their other business, they're going to give you their contacts, man. And they please tap into them, man. That's the purpose for the podcast, man. Exposure. Tap into them. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Go ahead, J-Rail.
Man, you can reach me at my Instagram, Rich Trillionaire. You also can reach me at Jarrell at richtrillionaire.com. You can also reach me at richtrillionaire.gmail. Use my contact information. Please feel free. Please feel free.
My name is Cameron Chanel once again. The Block Bar. You can reach me on Instagram at the Cameron Chanel, Twitter the Cameron Chanel, all social media platforms the Cameron Chanel. You can, for features, shows, bookings, you can hit my manager on his Instagram or his email that he just gave y'all. And on my music, you can find it if you Google me, Cameron Chanel. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, everywhere you can buy it, it's there. Cameron Chanel.
Yeah, before anything else, I'm Melinda's son. My Instagram is melindason206. Once again, that's melindason206 for my Instagram. My Snapchat is bigfish206.
Big
You know
fish.
what I mean? Yeah, and then for a business, Olive Aura is www.oliveaura.com. oliveaura.com. Tap in. There's a business line, business facts, you know what I mean? Shouts out to the cousin from the postman. So everything is good. We up, you know what I mean? That business is running. So you got the website. Contact us on that as well. Yeah, my business email is on there as well. It's oliveaura35@gmail.com. For any bookings and anything that has to do with music, any money involved with this thing, you know, hit Richard here, hit my cutty as he said. So
What's that?
And there you have it, man. And you know me, Cleezy B, the Past Journey, Present Progression Podcast. You can find me here on YouTube. You can find me on all other streaming platforms, except Apple right now, man. They're beefing about my logo, man. But you can find me on all the other streaming platforms, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, tap in with your boy, man. It's been another episode, man. My guys, my female friend here, my new female friend here, she came bless me, man.
Yeah, son.
Mr. Melinda's son, shit. I'm lost for words, man. You know what I'm saying? But I thank these guys for coming through. My guy G Real.
I'm pretty happy, man. I appreciate you for having me, my
You know what
guy.
I'm saying?
Just one thing, man. Please tap in. Also, man, with my business associates, man. You know, Black CEO, Black Bag Records. That's right here, part of the team. My guy Sosa at the members only. We got merch. As you see, we got the Sworn to Secrecy. You can check it out on members. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my guy Sosa right here.
bag is on.
Right here, back. We got the bag, you know, we bagged up.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? Show you a reach, you know what I'm saying? You can go follow my guys on their Instagram. You see I got my guy, hey man, shout out to my guy Buku. Oh man, come on man, you can't get out of here. My guy to put this together. So you see me with the hustle, the heavyweight hustle, man. You see me with my guy with the freedom movement.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my guy Book, man. He put this whole thing together like he said,
Yeah,
man.
most definitely.
Free Book, man. You know,
Free
he
Book.
coming home soon. You know what I'm saying? He got the heavyweight hustle for
Come on,
the
man.
kids. He got the future hustle. Oh, he about to bust some heads when he come home. And I ain't talking about no damn violence.
No, not at all,
Give
not
him
at
some
all.
money, man.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can find me, you know, like I said, all that shit, all the stuff. And Facebook, Past Journey, Present Progression Podcast. On Instagram, it's the, what's that Instagram? Oh, The Journey in the Progression. Find me there, man. The Journey in Progression on Instagram, man. Past Journey, Present Progression on Twitter. And that's what it is. Tap in with us, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Until next time, Cleezy B, Rich Millionaire Music. Come on, man. We gonna holler. Love.
Down like a, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the past journey to present progression.